That's why I'm going to the river to wash my sins away. Maybelline, why can't you be true? Come on, baby, it's time to rock.
Welcome to the Smoke Hour on KNTRY Radio, Texas. You know my name, no need to know yours. Now for this next tune, I want y'all to sit back, inhale, and go to that good place your mind likes to wander off to. And if you don't want to go find yourself a jukebox. Thank you.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to episode number 3.
Welcome back.
I hope y'all are loving these so far. I know I am. I'm having fun. Are you having fun?
Definitely having fun, and I think you guys are going to enjoy today's episode so much. We have a mini episode for you guys. So today we're doing a revisitation of Cowboy Carter.
If you haven't already noticed.
Yeah, by the introduction. But as you guys know, Cowboy Carter was released earlier this year. So we sat with this album for 5 months, and we're going to take our old top 5, compare it to our current top 5. So we just thought this would be a fun episode. Kind of want to encourage you guys to go listen to the album again and see if your rankings have changed as well. But we're gonna,
especially because we love Miss B, and I think it's a little bit fitting because she just dropped that whiskey, so
drink up if you're 21 and over.
We don't encourage no underage drinking around here.
No, we don't condone.
But yeah, like, I don't know, y'all, when this album first dropped, so like she said, the album dropped back in March. We knew that she had been like teasing it, especially after, what was that, the Super Bowl commercial?
Mm-hmm.
We knew that we were getting something, and then she came out with Texas Hold'em and 16 Carriages, and them was bangers. So it was just like, dang, if this is what we are to expect from the album, what more is coming? And it was like Texas Hold'em gave us that, like, okay, we getting a country album. The first act was what, dance hall and like EDM house music vibes. This is country. I don't know, y'all. What y'all think Act 3 gonna be? Like, I keep hearing rock.
I think it's gonna be rock and roll.
You think so? I keep hearing rock.
Because you remember. Let me not misspeak. Let me get my facts together before I start talking about Beyonce, because I know how y'all get. You know how she was on Don't Hurt Yourself?
Mm-hmm.
I think a whole album full of that type of vibe.
Okay, I can see that.
I'm not really into rock, but when she did Don't Hurt Yourself, I don't know what hit me, but I transformed into whatever she was feeling, and I was saying the exact same thing. Like,
but see, that's the thing. I think a lot of people are like, oh, I don't really like that genre of music, but if Miss Beyonce do it, oh, we riding 10 toes behind her, 10 toes down.
Like, I really like when artists go beyond what the listeners have deemed to be their genre. And I feel like that's a major concept of this album. Like in the Linda Martell show snippet, like she talks about like how genres, she does that whole speech about genres. But
look at that.
Oh, it's coming on right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I would be quiet so y'all can hear it, but actually y'all go listen to it on your own. But yeah, I love this album. I've never really listened to a country album, but this one definitely got my ear to the ground for like more country music.
For sure. I think it definitely put people like Tanner, Adele, and Shabuzi. I think it definitely put them on the what do you call that?
The radar?
The map. Yeah, radar map. Definitely think it did that. So let's get into this,
Yeah.
This old top 5, new top 5.
March
I'm a
versus
little nervous.
August.
March versus August.
Yeah.
March versus August. What do you want to do? Back and forth, 5 and 5.
I'll give my top 5 first from
Okay.
before, and then you give your top 5,
Okay.
and then we'll go back and forth with our current top 5s.
Okay.
Okay, so all right, y'all. In March, my top 5 was as listed, and all of these have 5 stars. So at number 5, I had Tyrant. At number 4, I have Sweet Honey Buckin'. Number 3, Blackbird. Number 2, Desert Eagle. And at number 1, Daughter.
And what was it? What was it about? What was number 5?
Tyrant.
Okay, so what was it about the difference between Daughter and Tyrant to where like you was like, yeah, Daughter is taking it, like Daughter up there, but Tyrant, you know, is like fell a little bit further.
Well, I love both of them. I felt like both of them had different vibes to them, but they were both like speaking to me. Like Tyrant, I gave that one 5 stars, and it was so high on the list because like it made me feel grown, it made me feel sexy. Like when I was listening to it, like over here dancing, like and she is
the guy from Ed and Eddie.
Yeah,
twirling
the little shirt around. But it was just I would say it was number 5 because I had to be in the mood to listen to it. Like I had to be in that mood. But with Daughter, it just spoke to me because like the storyline was beautiful. The opera really sold it. Like what artist you know is throwing opera in their song? Like it had to be number 1. It took it. She took it.
It was just that. It was that girl.
It was that girl. What's yours?
So for me, coming in at number 5, I had Levi's Jeans. Number 4 was Tyrant. Number 3 was Yaya. Number 2 was Two Most Wanted. And then number 1 was 16 Carriages. And then, you know, like back then, I remember we were talking about it and I was like listening, but like giving you my like live reactions, you know?
Yeah.
And somebody, I said that I was at work and somebody was like, it was definitely giving Black country and not like Tim McGraw country, which is like, I was like, okay. But like at that point
honestly,
in time, like
what is Black country? Like country is country.
And I think that's what she was trying to get us to realize with this album, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, with Levi's Jeans came in at number 5 because when Post Malone like slid, oh my god, bro, it's
I remember
so
you
like
telling me about this.
it was so seamless. I was just like, oh my god, Post Malone. I was like, this was a, what do you call it? I was like, this is a combination I didn't know I needed.
Yeah.
That one and To Most Wanted. I was like, yeah, I didn't know I needed this. Like, chef's kiss, amazing.
Yeah, I honestly love the features that she had on this album. I definitely think that they mesh well on the songs, and like the songs that she put them on, like they fit well for them. Like I feel like Post Malone sounded really, really good on Levi's Jeans. Like I couldn't see him on
any other song.
Like I couldn't see Miley on Levi's Jeans. Like they belonged on their songs.
Yeah, and then 16 Carriages. I think even though we had like, let me see when exactly 16 Carriages was technically like dropped.
Yeah, I remember when 16 Carriages in Texas Hold'em dropped, like everybody was like mouths to the ground. Beyonce just dropped. It's country. And like everybody's talking about something so beautiful. I love it. It was such a moment.
For sure. I was just like, first of all, it was sometime right after doggone the Super Bowl. Like 16 Carriages
Like, didn't it drop at night?
February 9th.
I feel like
And
it
I
dropped
think that
at
was right
night.
after the Super Bowl though. But it came a month before the actual album. And even though, like, you know, we had like a month to sit with that and Texas Hold'em, 16 Carriages still had topped the list for me.
Yeah, and that's saying something.
Yeah, but now we don't have 5 months to sit with the whole album. And we both, like, we wanted this to be authentic, y'all. So it's not like we was just like, okay, we just gonna rate them based off like how we like the song. No, we went back and listened to it again. Like, we be trying to give y'all authentic, real ratings for like how we feel. But this it also be in the moment. So like, while this can be my rating for when I rated it, the album, and whenever I listen, it could change tomorrow.
Yeah, it could feel different tomorrow.
So, you know, allow us some grace. Give us some grace, you know? But top 5, new top 5, I got. I'm kind of scared.
Why are you scared?
Because I'm looking at my list and I'm like, I don't know.
Oh, you feel like your list is not. You feel like your list isn't accurate. Well, I will say when I rated this time, I made sure that I didn't look at my past ranking because I didn't want to influence myself.
I didn't either.
And when I was listening, like, I feel like my ears were a little different. Like, when I was listening the first time, I feel like I don't know. I just didn't feel the same way that I feel about the songs that I do now. And it might be because I've listened to some songs more than others now, but who knows. Also, like, with us being choreographers, like, I tend to like go towards the songs that I can like visually see a dance.
For sure.
So I definitely see that's what happened this time. But without further ado,
I think with that, like, to that point, I'm also like that in my head, but more so like with the videos. Like, a lot of my top, I'm like, I can see a vision for this video, or I can see a vision for this on stage. You know?
Oh yeah, same.
But yeah. You want to do yours again first?
Yeah. So I'm doing all 5?
Back and forth. No, back and forth.
Back and forth. Okay. So at number 5, I have Blackbird with 5 stars. And my reasoning, or just...
I mean, you can.
Okay, well, I have this at number 5 because...
Did you move it?
Yeah, I did move it. Previously on my original list, it was at number 3. On this list, it's at number 5. This is a cover of the original Blackbird by the Beatles. But, like, I love Beyonce's version of this. Like, I like how raw it sounds. I love it. Like, I've done a cover of Beyonce's version. I have it in my voice memos. But, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's nice. I love it. So it's at number 5.
Yes, for sure. Oh my God, I love this song so much. This is literally my Ed and Eddie song. Like, this way I just feel like, oh my God, like in the car, I just be like, yes. But no, my number 5 is Just for Fun. I think this time around I had a different appreciation for the song listening. I felt like it was one of those songs, other songs. I feel like a lot of my top 5, like, you can hear the emotion behind her vocals and stuff. And I think Just for Fun was one of those songs that I didn't pay really much attention to first time around. But this time I was actually like listening to the words and the lyrics and stuff. And I was like, oh wait, this is actually pretty deep.
Yeah.
And all my 5, I'm on top 5 or 5 stars. Yeah. I actually have 13 5-star songs.
Hey. I'm not gonna say how many I have because then y'all gonna think my list by. But I guess y'all will know at the end. But yeah, my number 4 is Daughter with 5 stars. Like I said before, like, the storyline to Daughter, the opera in it, like it's a whole moment. And I just loved how like raw it was. The song feels very raw. It's like, yeah, I told you to leave my man alone. You didn't. So now I'm going to the bathroom. I'm catching the bathroom. And I'm getting busy.
And then it's also like the way that like it falls in the like listing of the album. Like it comes right after Jolene. So it's like that story continues.
Yeah, I love storytelling. So I think she did an amazing job with it right there.
I don't think it's done justice though. It got pretty low listens. They don't know what they missing.
They didn't get it. They didn't listen to the story.
My number 4 is 16 Carriages. And 16 Carriages was number 1 at first. But after this listen through, I definitely was like, okay, yeah, I can appreciate more that's on the album. Versus just like being like 16 Carriages was the first introduction of the album that I got, and so I'm gonna just stick with that. But I do love 16 Carriages, like the story, the emotion, the depth. It's just like, you know, it's such a good song. It's one of those like, I ain't got much to say. It's just good, you know.
It makes you feel good too.
Yeah,
like knowing that
she
got it off her chest.
Yeah, because like knowing how long she's been in the scene, like to tell that whole story, it's just really good. Like that.
And I love the guitar.
Yes.
I talk about that all the time.
That song is so good.
Yeah. For me, number 3, I have Yaya. I really don't have much to say. Like, if you dance, if you act, you know why Yaya is at number 3. Like, you can visualize exactly what Yaya is supposed to look like in a performance. That's why it's number 3. I loved it. It really brought out the like all the theatrics. It brought it out of me.
I told you, when I first listened to it, it was giving me Dream Girl vibes.
Dream Girls.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. When I listened to it the first time, it's funny because like a lot of people kept saying Dream Girls, but I was feeling Teen Beach Movie. Like it felt like Teen Beach Movie to me. But yeah. Ooh.
You know, a quick little tidbit about this song. I am a little bit upset because I've been seeing like all over TikTok how like the vinyl version of this song is kind of like an acoustic version, kind of sort of, where like you can really hear like the vocals for this song. And I was just like, so why we ain't get that? You know, why that version not on Spotify? Give me that. I want to hear that. You know? And everybody was talking about how like they weren't opening their vinyls just to hear it, you know, like because it's gonna be a collectible or whatever.
I did not know.
But look at me getting off topic. Yeah, look at me getting off topic. Number 3. My number 3 is Tyrant. I think this is another one of those dance ones where you're just like anytime this come on, I think the transition from
Two Hands to
Heaven to Tyrant is just like that. I don't know. It's so and I feel like they're not doing Tyrant justice either. I don't know. Maybe people are listening to stuff on different, like across different platforms and not just Spotify. But looking at these streams and these plays is making me mad. But yeah, Tyrant is that girl. Like, and then who produced it? DA. Yeah, he did his big one with that one.
Yeah. For me, number 2, I have Desert Eagle. I just love how it starts.
So short.
Elsie.
No.
Like, it's a very simple song, but it's got like that bounce to it, and like the low frequency of her voice, it kind of makes the song feel like it gives it a seductive vibe that the lyrics give it. And so I put it at number 2 because like the composition is good, the lyricism is like, you listen to it, you're like, oh, okay, it is a little bit subliminal,
a little
like
sexy.
yeah. So I put it at number 2 because I really like that song, and I've liked that song for a long time, apparently, because it's number 2 on my old list too.
My number 2 is Levi's Jeans, and as I've already stated, like, I just can't get over that song. Like, literally, when my Spotify Wrapped for the year comes out, if that and my number 1 song isn't part of my list, I don't know what Spotify doing, because the way I was playing those 2 songs constantly after this album came out, like on the old list, it was at number 5, but it had to move up. I was like, there's no way that, like, because that song, like, Post Malone, oh my God, like, the way he just slid in there, it was so, like, effortless. I just love that song. And
Yeah,
then
I
it's
feel
just like, you know, I think I got lost in her vocals. Hold on.
I feel like Post Malone fit perfectly on that song.
Yes, it's just like also the message behind it. Like, I really like the Nick at Night scene. I mean, the Nick at Night part where she's like, you can be my Nick at Night. I love that part.
I just thought, no, I'm not even gonna say that. I'm not trying to get it. Never mind.
What?
Bruh, at the time, okay, this is so off topic, but at the time that this album dropped, that's when that Nickelodeon scandal was happening, and then she said, "You can be my Nick at night,"
Nick at
and
Night.
I kind of was like, ugh, because the scandal was happening at the time. But
You
that's
know, maybe
all.
she meant something different than what we even thinking. Like,
I don't know.
I just feel like wordplay is so, like, it's so funny sometimes.
Yeah. Okay, well, top
number 1.
Well, it's no surprise, guys. My number 1 is the song that's been playing for the past 5 minutes.
5 minutes. This
Two
song
Hands
is so
to
good.
Heaven. It's literally, I love this song.
It's literally heaven.
I wouldn't say all that, but it's. But it's
The Beehive is going to tear you to pieces.
I love this song. I love the composition of this song. Like, one of my favorite parts of this song, it's so small, but it's when I think she'd be like swirl or whatever at like that low tone. She says it in the beginning of the song, but then she says it later on in the song, and it's like when the beat switches, and it's so good. Like, Two Hands to Heaven previously was at number 6 on my old list, so it jumped all the way up from 6 to number 1 on this list. And what got kicked out from the last list was Sweet Honey Buckin', and that got put at number 6. So basically, like, they kind of like moved around a little bit, but yeah, I definitely love Two Hands to Heaven. And when I was listening to it,
I was just gonna say, do you think that, like, what's contributed to it moving up is, like, how mainstream it's become?
No, because I wasn't really on TikTok when that Two Hands to Heaven challenge started. So I wasn't really influenced by that, but like when I had got back to TikTok, I did see it. Like, I saw the dance, but that didn't influence it, because I'm not gonna lie, I haven't listened to this album since March when it dropped. So the next time I listened to it was when we started listening for this. So it didn't influence it. I think really what happened was when I was listening to it, like with my headphones on, I was kind of just like vibing, and I was like, ooh, this one makes me feel good. Like, it makes me feel like you know, vibe.
Yeah.
So
Like
number
listening,
one.
like it's different listening to the album in its entirety versus hearing the songs like on their own,
Mm-hmm.
um, just like playing through your music. Whereas when you're listening to the whole piece of work, it's just like, oh, I can like appreciate or have more appreciation for this
Mm-hmm.
versus just it playing on its own. Just like how I was talking about just for fun. Like I didn't notice it the very first time listening around. I was just like, oh, this is kind of boring. But
Yeah.
then this time around, I was like, this is actually pretty deep.
Plus, like for first listen, when you're listening to the songs that are like, when you listen to the album, first listen, for me at least, like once I get past like song number 6, the songs will start to sound the same because I haven't heard them before. I don't know them yet. So like obviously like more listens, I'm gonna get more out of the songs that are like lower on the album.
Yeah, definitely. Um, so as stated, my old number one was 16 Carriages. My new number one is Two Most Wanted. Two Most Wanted. I don't know. I feel like this song, like anytime this song come on, I'm blasting my radio. Like I'm turning my radio all the way up and singing my heart out.
You gotta
But
play it, Deshawn.
I think that like with Two Most Wanted, that the fact that like I feel like this song, oh my God, it's just
It's so good. And I think
it's
it's
so
also like the pitch that they do it because Molly coming no 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 no
yeah.
no no no.
See, like her her low register, like okay, granted, they both have low registers, right? But Miley's low register and raspiness with Beyonce's, oh my God, it's like butter. Like I don't know what took them so long to collab. Like I'm like I never knew I needed this in my life, but
Mm-hmm.
I do. And then just like the fact that like I don't know, this song when I listen to this song and like I close my eyes, I can envision myself just like riding down the highway with my hand out the window, windows down. Um, or I can envision this like I can see this fitting for anything because I can see this fitting for a relationship. I can see this fitting for like a friendship, like two best friends.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I can even see this fitting for siblings, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like it's one of those songs that can fit any type of situation, like however you want to use it or think about it. Like because it's broad but not like too broad, but like
Mm-hmm.
it just expresses love. And you know me, I just love love. I need a video from them. I need a video or a live performance. I need something for this song
Yeah.
because it's such a masterpiece. Like, do you hear those harmonies and the guitar? Oh my God, the guitar! Like a guitar, the guitars were essential in
For
this
this
album.
album. Yeah. I feel like the same thing that Two Most Wanted made me feel. I felt it when I listened to Just for Fun. So that's why I have them like ranked the same on my list.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, I don't know. Too Much Wanted, the vocals really got me. Like the very first time I listened to this, I shed a tear. Like no cap. I shed a tear because I was like, oh my God, like nothing and I ain't never experienced for music to be able to move me that way.
Mm-hmm.
And like I'm a Miley fan, but like Miley and Beyonce together, oh, butter. Butter, I tell you, butter. And I know Miley was probably like fangirling so much. Like this song is gonna be one of those timeless songs. I can see this in a film.
I'm posting this song on your birthday.
It's so good, bro. I'm just like I be in my car like belting these words out. Like, listen to Miley.
I can definitely see you doing
Belting them out, crying. I'll be like, oh. After honestly, like you know how you can tell a song is so good is when you feel like it's too short.
that.
Like, like you like, oh my God, it's over already. Like, it's just too short. I think
And that
Spotify really
song's
want us to
almost
listen to
4
Just for
minutes.
Fun. I really, because we was listening to Just for Fun before I played Too Much Wanted, and then I was gonna play it again.
Well, I guess
Yeah,
it's the
it's okay. I
closing
get it,
song for us
Spotify.
then.
I get it. I get it. But yeah, y'all, this album, I don't want to say life changing, but it definitely, especially during that time of like life, it definitely was like, oh my God, I needed this.
It's
And being able to
definitely
like appreciate it for what it is.
Yeah, it's definitely like one of my higher rated albums
hmm
because I got a 4.9 album
I
rating for
got
this.
4.6.
Yeah, it's pretty
But
good.
like I
And
said, I had 13 5 stars.
yeah, and for it to be like a country album, like a genre that I don't listen to,
hmm
like, yeah,
Yeah,
did
this
her
was
big
one of the
one.
ones. She did her one. You think she gonna do an album? I mean, you think she gonna do a tour?
For Cowboy Carter?
hmm
For sure.
You think so? I don't know.
She has to. I feel like she's gonna do a tour for each of the acts.
What if Act Two isn't a tour but a movie?
Mm, too
How would you feel
predictable.
then?
No,
You think
no, no.
so? She did a tour
Yeah.
for Act One though. We
But
didn't get
she
any
did.
visuals,
She
but
did.
we didn't get any visuals for Act One.
Yes, we did.
What did we get?
She
Visual wise?
released. She released a visual.
For what?
It was in movies.
Not that. That was a movie of the tour. That's not what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
That's not what I'm talking about. When I say visual, I mean like slick kind of like music videos, but not necessarily music videos. Kind of how she did for
Lemonade.
Lemonade, yes. Like that was technically a visual album.
Maybe. I would like that.
I
Beyonce,
think
we
this
would
one
like
fits.
that.
I think this one fits for a more like a visual type than a tour. Don't get me
Like,
wrong. If she do a tour, I would love that because I would love to see some of these songs live. But I don't think like that's the vibe she was going for with this album.
like this one feels more raw. Like this one feels like Pray You
All
Catch
her
Me
emotion.
over and over and over
Mhm.
and over.
Mhm. All her emotions.
Yeah, maybe.
And that's kind of what Lemonade gave too, though. Yeah, y'all. She did her big one. But you guys, let us know how y'all feel about this album. We will, or at least I know I will be posting like my whole list when posting this episode. But we may do like a little poll asking y'all what should be the next one.
Yeah, what album
Because
y'all
we
want to
kind of
hear?
we kind of spitting these episodes out pretty fast, but we giving them to y'all like it's candy. Oh, my other one. Oh, come on, Spotify. But yeah, no, I just like it's such a peaceful album, and it's not too long either. The whole album, in total is an hour and 18 minutes. Sorry, y'all. We was over here mouthing the words.
But yeah, thank y'all for tuning in and for listening. And we hope that you guys enjoyed our revisitation of Cowboy Carter. Hope that we've encouraged you to go back and listen, see what you think of the album now. But yeah, please look out for a poll as we prepare for the next episode.
Yes, for sure. Don't eat us up too bad, y'all. Not too bad, but
Don't
yeah,
eat
we
us up
love
at
it.
all. This is our opinion.
And also, don't forget where you heard it first. If she dropped visuals for this album, don't forget. You heard it here first. Exclusive. No, I'm just playing. But no, for real.
Exclusive.
Don't forget to share with your friends and stuff, and just like be open with us, and let us know what y'all think.
Yeah.
I love you guys.
Bye,
We're gonna end out with the
guys.
16 carriages.